Well, thanks for joining. Let's go. Here's the intro.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening wherever you are. The stream is about to start. Grab your favorite drink. Sit back and relax. You're chilling with Hex Asians. With your host, Crypto Vince, Uncle Kevin Hex, and middle class working man.
Hex Asians? Nice.
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Emotional damage. Give me sushi!
Well, Namaste, Hexagens. How is I think I'm the only one watching this. Well, sorry for the change in timing. Technical difficulties. Basically, uh, I like to call it my Mercury was in retrograde because all my electronics were kind of working incorrectly, basically. But anyways, I think I wanted to just change up the timing a little bit. Maybe I can catch people who are usually sleeping during my normal timing. But let's see. I was hoping a few of you guys from the Wales live stream would follow me here, but I guess I don't have that much of a conviction. But hey, let's see. Let's see. I hope a few people join because I had a couple of things I wanted to discuss, especially the uh, drama that has happened in the past not even couple of weeks, the past week. And by the way, I hope you guys caught my section on the Hex conference. It's day three. It's at around the 6 hour mark, the last section of live streaming. I hope everybody liked it. I said my bit, like, and yeah, for me, it's like everybody thinks they're an OG until the real OGs walk into the house, like me. See, and nobody can, like, if you guys, I hope you guys watched that Cat Williams podcast. It was funny as well as kind of inspirational, at least for me. Like, see, when you're on the right side, heads bow down. So I'm happy to say that I have been on the right side of the equation for the past 4 years. I have been only promoting Hex. Though, by the way, I've said this multiple times. Like, I do dabble in a bit of shit coins, but no, I don't promote anything. I only look down on them when compared to Hex. So, like, I I'm going to talk about it. And by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but hey, my previous live stream, yeah, I told you guys 2024 is going to be a wild ride, and so far it has been a quite a wild ride. I see a couple of guys joining in. I think I saw Johnny, Johnny crossing. Should I call it Johnny 5555 and Marcavelli? Good to see you. I hope a couple of more guys join because that way when I like having interaction in chat. So, by the way, guys, I forgot to do the normal intro thing. Like, hey, please let me know in chat what you guys are drinking tonight. Or today, I am drinking some cafe. Hey, it's an old cup. I think they are running, like, filling out finishing the Christmas cups. So I caught the last of stock, I guess. Which, by the way, if you haven't not like don't I celebrate real Christmas on the 7th of January, the Orthodox way, I would say. But just a couple of days ago, or rather Monday, we celebrated Makar Sankranti, which is an Indian festival which marks the winter solstice, or to be exact, the change of direction of the sun as the sun moves towards the north. So well, maybe it has to do something with the price action that we are seeing in hex and in crypto in general. But it, it like I say, always say, uh, it's all astrology for dudes, crypto dudes. Which, by the way, I will go back to my favorite chart. Let me present to you the chart on screen. Let's see. I like this. Yes, this is my favorite chart. Hex USDC, Aikanashi, and on the daily, you see. Uh, see, Haikanashi is a indicator in itself, so I don't like to put on many more indicators, but I like to see this Bollinger Bands again. They are, let's see, if start as you can see, the Bollinger Bands are starting to contract. Maybe we will see a correction and a retest of the midline of the Bollinger Bands, which is currently at 0.68 cents, 0.69 cents. Uh, but I like that number 0.69, but I don't expect it to go down as much. We could just be seeing soaring prices to the moon. Let's see. And the MACD, yeah, it seems to be tapering off, but no. We could let's see what happened last time we had a similar scenario, which was back in I guess October, right before the SEC flood. Very similar. It rose up and flattened out. Let's see, we could have a similar thing going on. Again, this is the Hex USDC chart on Ethereum, and I consider it the mother of all charts because all other price charts in the Hex ecosystem or the RH ecosystem follow this. And I guess this is one of the oldest charts we can, so it has the most data points we can chart. So that's it. Yep, nice to see you, Alan Fizame, or Alan Fiz. Alan Filzeni. uh, where was I? Yep. Bullish on Hex chart. Mm, yep. So I take quite a pride in sharing this. But yeah, and I seen a couple of people or influencers started copying my style, or maybe I know for sure the hexologist uses this hex USDC chart instead of other things. Like we can chart multiple, so even the hexologist uses this. I know for sure that I made Haikanashi candles popular, at least amongst the hex influencers. Nobody was using this. So I pat myself on the back because, hey, I know. Um, e- e- Alan Fizame, yes. Like I said, the we had the winter solstice festival here. I sacrificed a couple of hamsters too for better internet. That's why I am having good. Yeah. Yes, Johnny. I am at Richard Hart's place currently because I'm just taking care of it. Somebody has to look after while he's on tour. Uh, so yeah, there needs to be someone holding down the fort. Um, so thanks for that. But my let me get back to what I was saying. So we covered the hex price chart looking bullish. I don't know how bullish we are going to be, but like I said, always just DCA into your like it's about discipline. Mm, like put in whatever you want, uh, and take out whatever you want at a regular intervals, DCA. That's what I do. I don't want to like brag about my own winnings in hex, but you'll see signs definitely. Right now I'm not doing anything. My target is mid 2024. You will definitely see some. I don't want to call it hex flex, but yeah, you will probably see it soon. I think like that works. Like everybody was like criticizing Richard for. Wait, I will stop sharing this chat. Everybody was criticizing Richard for like doing those hex flex and outrage marketing, but to tell like look at it posteriori, like or in hindsight, well, the outrage marketing did work. Like he was gaining more followers doing that instead of this humble Richard. More interviews, more news. Like, but now even that, even with that, like, and like he has been posting regularly, like for the past whole year or so. We haven't seen much of a media coverage. He is literally suing the SEC. Why isn't any of the mainstream media doing an interview regarding the lawsuit? And by the way, considering the lawsuit, like he didn't have to, like as far as the what you can on-chain data goes, I don't think he sold any of the sacrificed funds uh, or the OA funds to be funding the lawsuit. And if you have been in crypto, like the lawsuits against the SEC have always been good for the cryptocurrency. EOS, XRP, Ethereum all did pretty well after the lawsuits. And we might even see a giga pump right after the lawsuit. Like that's what happened with XRP when they kind of won the lawsuit. And now, like we do have those what you call uh, decisions on the lawsuits having those will be considered while handling the hex lawsuit, which I think can be like, I think the hexologist covered the what Richard Hart's lawyer's defense, which is kind of ironclad. We might see a like, dismissal before going through the lawsuit. I am always like bullish, and I think who is that hexologist always posts like which what is the market sentiment according to you guys. Let me know in chat. But you know, when you look, I always respond to it that I am always in the hope phase because I am always hopeful. But you see, when everybody is, from what I read, when most of them thought, like a lot of people are saying they are in the hope, or at least in disbelief. So when you are a lot of people are in the hope phase, that means everybody is optimistic. So I think we are in the optimism phase, nothing to do with the optimism blockchain, which is completely different altogether. So I am becoming more optimistic. So just I am thinking this might lead to a euphoria, but I think the euphoria phase would correspond to around April or May, because that is also the timing with the what you call the Bitcoin halving. Oh, I see a guest joining me. Let's see. Good morning. How are you, Mr. Aspergers?
Hasta mañana. Namaste.
Namaste. Om Mane Padme Hum. So, what is the latest scoop you've got for us today? Tonight?
The wasn't I think there's a response from the SEC. Is that what I think Identity Block was talking about? That I think that's what's causing this little dumperoni. Some negative
Ah,
news.
I don't know. Like I didn't catch it. Like you see, because you are here, let me shill the Hex Guild YouTube as well as uh, the Telegram group. So in the pinned messages of Telegram, I have pinned like how to know if you have been brainwashed or if you are in a cult. So that's why, like, for me, like, I see a lot of um, the Hexican echo chamber, and I try to be out of it and be an independent thinker. Yes, the SEC itself, mm, response, like how does it change anything regards to Hex itself? So yeah, these are kind of like buy the rumor, sell the news kind of events. I don't really I have like muted a lot of Hexicans or so-called Hexicans on Twitter. So my feed is mostly like uh, funny cat memes, uh, or a few of the true Hexicans like to follow. So I didn't follow what Identity Block has posted, but and like I don't know whether people like consider it things before posting it, because when I think Richard had said this in a live stream, or maybe I have kind of thought about it myself, and this memory is kind of fuzzy. But when you have enough influence and you shout out that you are this is the top, then you are making the top. Like there is this thing called reflexivity. So people are doing this knowingly, like, yeah, by the rumor, the news kind of things. But yeah, like, people for their own bags, man. I think I went on a tangent. Yeah, yeah. I basically I haven't read what the SSC like made,
Yeah, I
but
mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just it's being used as a just a quick reason for people to try to cause panic dumping real quick. I think that's what's happening. I mean, it's not going down too much, but it's just something that people do. It's like, oh, there's some type of negative news. Let's try to cause panic in the market and make market sells. But this, I mean,
look,
however long this lasts, this is probably one of the last low dips that you're going to be able to get. And I doubt this little response from the SEC is like much legitimate. I mean, the whole thing being, you know, being a battle, like it's just stupid to think that the price is gonna dip this is a legitimate reason for the price to dip because the SEC says something. Like people are gonna try to pull that shit, and it's just like this. I mean, this battle is pretty much an never-ending battle. Even if we win, stuff can happen like in the future and then come back and sue us again or some other dumb stuff. So this is just another short-sighted pump and dump thing.
look, and see, the thing is, what kind of irritated me, at least just today, Richard Hart posted, yeah, if you want to short, there are these two websites where you can short Hex and Pulse X. Uh, like, and I think people took it as a sign and started shorting it. And so then, like, they need some reason to short it, like, or at least I don't know, like, it's called kind of dog whistling, or kind of silent signaling. Yeah, everybody, like, you have to give out a sign for everybody to dump it together. Yep. Hey, and let me address something Johnny was saying, that he regrets everything he has ever posted. But hey, look, I I know I have done a lot of shit posts myself, but I don't regret anything. I am unapologetic.
I, I
So
stand I stand with my
I
shit
stand
post.
with all my shit posts. Yeah. Nice to see Parley from far away. Long time. Like, yeah, a lot of people aren't able to catch up on the normal Hexagon's time. So that's why I decided to change up the timing a bit. Yep. So where was I? I was wanted to discuss this. uh, yeah, I don't know whether you saw the 6 hour live stream. Like, I listened to the entire thing, like, at normal speed, but in the background. And
Are you talking about the Liquid Loans Conference?
not the liquid loan conference, the Pulse Nation thing that was kind
Oh,
of
with Westcott?
Westcott. Oh, drama,
Yeah.
drama, more drama. Like, look, I enjoy it. And even before that, I think you did the reaction video to famous versus 2B1 XOB.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. That was also kind of funny, like I enjoy the drama. Yes, feed me your negativity, but like, look, that thing with Marco, like, you know, it's one of those times, like I hate, there is this quote that, or rather internet quote I like to quote. You cannot love everybody equally. That's why I hate everyone equally. So, like, both I think both sides were on the wrong. Like, in the beginning itself, like when the video started, like they were like, if you can't hold down your liquor, man, don't do your live streams while you're drunk. Like,
Real quick point on that. Even with that, like what I brought up with the ID was that Trayvon covered it. So he did a reaction video of that 6 hour debacle. So I mean, it's just it's just something to do. I mean, it's not high energy positive stuff, but it's just like its own stupid reality show in the community, like entertainment. Like
yeah, yeah, entertainment, like, see, that's what I like, but you can do better, man. Like, see, there is this thin line between being crass and putting in, like, having some vulgar jokes and being crass. And like, that line, of course, is decide to be decided by the audience. But straight off, like, they started off really crass. I don't want to even repeat those comments, but crazy. But like, see, this is the thing. I don't want any like people to, like, this is what I follow. Like, first, do no harm. So I don't shit talk on any project directly. When you have evidence, or at least what you have at hand, I use that. Like, but I try to ghost as many projects as much as possible, because so I don't invite people who I know are going to shill another project on my stream and then shit talk to them. Like, not my style, at least. Why do you want it? So basically, you want drama drama in the community, which is, yeah, it's kind of fun, but it doesn't, from a third party perspective, it doesn't help anyone. But wait, I want to, like, Johnny was, I always wanted to be a part of a cult for reels. Okay. Yeah, look, I also wanted a hex to become a cult so that we could be having orgies in the forest, but sadly we have too many independent thinkers in the community, so that kind of failed.
too
But
many
I still have
guys.
hope. I still have hopes. Should start. Marco should start a cooking show called Bumbles Show Us How to Cook. Look, man. See, that again. Like, see, I I I have come from a very humble background. I don't even talk about it. Like, why do you want to bring up your past? Like, be in the present. Like, I have, those who know me from my childhood know why, like, respect me a lot because of it. I don't even like to bring it up. Yeah, yeah, because now I I like, I am a millionaire in an undisclosed currency, kind of thing. I remember Richard used to say that, like, yeah, I may be a billionaire in a different currency. I like to say that as well, but nah. Yeah, bring up your, like, shilling your. I think the term used is selling poverty kind of, uh, or fishing for compliments. Which I do regularly though.
It's funny. Did you win the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah, yes. That's why I'm here, man. Like in India, it's called Kaun Banega Karodpati. It's like the pro tip, man. Wait a minute, what is it? Pro tip: roadkill doesn't spoil in winter. We call it gourmet puree. Uh, uh, like it depends, like how fresh you get it. If it is, I don't know, like in we I have tasted it, like we in my like native place, like we have wild boars which are hit by, like, so occasionally we get that, uh, mm, but I don't recommend it on a regular basis. Like if it is like a few hours old, then yeah. Uh, but nah. Why? When we have all the modern facilities at, like, you get good food anyways. Wait a minute. What Tintop is saying? RH got a response from the SEC today. You all think RH can keep drama of Twitter if the case goes on for a minute? I think he starts talking shit once he's saturated in buffoonery. Like he like look, he knows what he's doing, and apparently he has, I think there were four law firms that are backing him, so, and good ones, and I know that they are good ones because I saw the names of the lawyers, and they they come from a community which I think if I point out, the YouTube gets the channel shadow banned quickly. But eh, those are good lawyers, if you know what I mean. So yeah, he's going to be posting. Definitely, he knows what his limits are. Uh, Look, I have eaten food of well shop floors. I was working, but the point is little dirt. Don't what? Yep, a little dirt doesn't hurt you. Like I have been guilty of it. Like, you know, the 5 second rule always works, but more important, like in India, or at least what we used to do in childhood, is we call it Ram ka bhoot. Means you if you drops some food on the floor or on the table, you ask the guy next to it, to you, Ram ka bhoot, means like Ram or bhoot, like I don't, or you can say God or devil. So if the person responds with Ram, then it's good to eat. If he responds with Bhoot, then you are supposed to discard it. So at the end of the day, like, it's social consensus that keeps you fed or feeding. Ah,
Called the 5 second rule. So if it's not on the ground for longer than 5 seconds, it's good.
like like it's about like satisfying yourself, like in, like even if you are applying the 5 second rule, I hope you guys do this. Like if you are going to pick it up, and if somebody looks at you, then you respond with that, oh, it's the 5 second rule. Otherwise, If no, there is nobody watching, the there is no limit to the seconds. Tiny hand. Uh, no. In Does India love oranges? No. We prefer mangoes, which is I consider the king of fruits. And like I said, I don't talk about shit coins on this channel, and I don't promote anything. Nor tangerines. Yeah, I hope people found it funny. But going back to what I was saying, like the Marco stream, like Marco on live stream admitted that he pumped and dumped that token, whatever. I for, Even though remember the name, I won't mention it. Like he admitted that he took a loan out against his Pulse holdings, bought that token, pumped it, and then dumped it to make maybe 5 figures or 6 figures. So if you are doing that, uh, like good on you, man. Good on you. Social social consensus trumps direct exposure to um, pathogens. Then thanks for the advice, doctor. Look, the thing is, so the thing about it, it's like your body is kind of anti-fragile. It can deal with most of the pathogens, and unless you are working in a kind of a pathology lab or like where rare infections are likely, then you are not going to be exposed to pathogens which will possibly kill you. Or so s- there is this thing known as nocebo, which is the opposite of placebo. So if you eat something and you think it's going to be harmful to your body, then it becomes harmful for your body. So most likely, yeah, you are very. And I hope like most people like keep their environment clean enough that yeah, eating out. I don't think you are going to be sick from eating something that you have. Of course, it also depends on what is known as the. I keep forgetting the word. Inoculum size. Inoculum size. That means how much of pathogen do you get into your body. So yes, the body has a strong immune system. Uh, so it's okay, but I'm not saying that you should be eating off the floor. It's like if you drop a small piece of bread on the floor and eat it, I don't think it is, which of a surface that is apparently clean, then it's probably you are going to be okay. Again, this is not I have to say, like, do I have to say this, like, not medical advice. Don't take your medical advice from a doctor on the internet. But apparently a lot of people do, and I don't know why, like, people think that, yeah, if it is on the internet, it has to be true. Like I was I think most of the people who have joined were watching Bill's only live stream. Like yeah, see, my opinion is like test all theories with equal skepticism. So just because some guy is saying what is false doesn't mean the rest of the things he's saying are true. I hope I made sense. Like test everything independently, be a and please. I think have you I hope everybody like I have been uh, talking about Dr. Shiva Dr. Shiva Adurai in couple of live streams. He postponed the live stream on Discord syndicate like 3 times. I guess he's a busy man. But I hope you guys follow him. I like a lot of things he says, and one of the things he says is don't be a star fucker. There is nobody in the mainstream news or anywhere that is going to save you. It's going to be you yourself. So where was I going? So don't expect any of the like most of the people that are put in there. It's just what you call controlled opposition. Yeah. So uh, please, yeah, I think Johnny also likes Dr. Shiva. He says a lot of good things. But I was watching one of his live stream, and like he was talking about the discrimination that goes on in India as well as in the US, like coming from a and that I have had a kind of a similar experience, so it kind of like made me teary eyed, but like it also gave me hope that yeah, someday like we have, if you work hard enough, you can achieve a great things. Like yeah, I have been ranting on. Hey, Asperger's, are you still there? There is one guy who's still watching on YouTube. I think.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of the Shiva live streams. He had one where you had to get you have to get like 40,000 signatures or something to be on the ballot to be president. He was saying like the other candidates just cheat and like pay some company to like give them a bunch of signatures, and they don't actually have to go out and get the signatures. But one of the guys that was getting the signatures was like outside of a Walmart, and they arrested him for it. It was hilarious. So
Yeah.
he was like telling everyone to call the county and tell them to let the guy go.
But yeah, and I think he himself took action. Like he called up whatever lawyers or whoever he was able to contact. I think they got him out. But this is how things are. Like the game is rigged. The game is rigged against everything. But yeah, what else was I talking about? But I do see. But I was also covering watching another live stream. Like if you Google him, there is this like there is a difference of results when you Google him versus use Microsoft Bing to search for him. Uh, and I think Google puts out that he cannot, like, because he is not a natural born citizen, he is not eligible to be president. But I think he has also covered. I think like I know for sure he doesn't have a chance of winning in this race, but just having him like spreading his idea is good enough. And yeah, systems thinking is what he promotes, like this whole thing, how everything is connected: media, social media, politics, corporations, everything is connected to the military industrial complex. And how cryptocurrency, I want to include cryptocurrency into that, because you know, people, I think still people don't understand the need for crypto. And as a Indian citizen who has witnessed it firsthand, like when your currency stops working, I think it was 2016-17 when this happened. Government cancelled the 1,000 rupee denomination notes. So if you were holding, and there was a lot of money laundering that went on, and on top of that, like pe- the people who did the laundering were uh, saying, "Hey, show us where the all the black money went." Like, so hypocrisy is the rule, not an exception nowadays. Uh, but yeah, like if you want to have those independent transactions, people. And by the way, I cryptocurrency is still not banned in India, but there has been like a chilling effect because of a lot of things. Like they like people like if you do a transaction in crypto or use a exchange, then your bank sends out a notification or a request for a KYC or something paperwork to uh, try get more information. And that itself is kind of scaring people. I like at my personal level, I try to uh, explain to them like, no, like you have to understand that it's not in the best interest of banks to be promoting crypto, so they will try and get keep you off. And you, like the ex finance ministers, as well as the what was the head of the central bank, they are like saying that, oh, cryptocurrency is bad, it will devaluate the Indian rupee. It's on one hand, on the other hand they are like, oh, it's all gambling. Well, if you are against gambling, there are like a lot of gambling as well as sports betting websites that are still working. Why aren't you guys stopping those first time? So I don't know, man. Mm, I don't know. Like I wanted to do, you know, I like I just wanted to get this off my chest. Like yeah. Mm, like that's why that is exactly why they cannot stop crypto. They need the need for immutable, independent, and globally accessible money will backstop current corrupt lawmakers. Yep, yep. And like plus like there is like now like more than 90% of money internationally is digital. Why? And why is there a need for a commercial bank is beyond me. Like I am one of the few people who is kind of pro CBDCs. Well, because I think it will be a triggering point. Like you know, pe- people like only react when there is a large change. It's going to maybe when there will be a CBDC and people are made aware that yeah, your bank account can be cancelled immediately or your account can be frozen directly for saying something against the government, which by the way is still possible right now, but it's just fewer people are affected. So maybe moving to a CBDC will make people aware why crypto is more important. And of course, mm, like it's a game of cat and mouse. So if CBDCs come out, we will find better ways to route against it, just like we found IPFS to route against I think it's called like uh, what was it called? RPC, which blocks websites on your browser. I'm not sure, but yeah, if you're kind of using IPFS, that kind of helps to be censorship resistance. Yeah. Where was I?
Yeah, I think they already have CBDCs. I think, I mean, they can print money as much as they want to control and manipulate anything. So, I mean, it's most of the money is already digital, and they can like turn off people's money all the time, no matter what. So, I mean, I don't know what what the difference would be, and I think that's part of the reason why Hex, like with the OA, like that's a big reason why the OA has such a big portion, is because you're competing against infinite amount of money. And I mean, that's how I look at CBDCs, is that's just an infinite amount of money. Like they already have all the control that they want, basically. I don't know how they could have more control. I mean, turn off your money. I don't know. They can already
Uh,
do that.
no, the I think what they are trying to do is, or rather, they did this experiment in China already a couple of years ago. They can restrict, uh, like, uh, within your wallet, put in restrictions that where you can spend the money and for how long that money is going to last in your wallet. So they did this experiment in I think 2020 or 2021, where they gave out certain amount of CBTC yuan, and you can only spend it in your local stores, and you had like a month or so. After that, those uh, yuan would be deleted from your wallet. So basically, food coupons kind of thing. But yeah, so basically, they are trying to make food coupons on the blockchain, which I am kind of maybe like once it happens, like people would be really woken up.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have to get rid of cash.
The thing here's the thing, like uh, at a local level, you don't even need cash, and I know this from my personal experience as well as like, I gave this example. My dad gave this example, like when there was demonetization, uh, Of course, my because of my dad's nature of work, he deals exclusively in cash. So when he had to buy like milk, we have a uh, what do you call fresh milk from the milkman. He didn't have cash, but neither did the milkman. So they just kept an account of how much they are how much money is owed to each other, rather how much he nothing written down, nothing like it's just like what do you call a pinky swear to be like I know how much I owe you and you know how much you owe me kind of thing. So and they settled it after the issue with cash was over. So you don't even need cash. It's people and like I am kind of looking into this or reading into it more like modern monetary theory, and I still am kind of the more I read about it, I'm kind of pro modern monetary theory, uh, which is kind of like I know there are a lot of Bitcoiners who don't like it, and I think what this I think it was propagated through what's that book, uh, the Bitcoin standard. Like they created a kind of strawman argument against monetary modern. I will cover it maybe on a different live stream. But the thing is, money. I like to say money is just an abstract representation of reciprocation. What a poetic definition. So it money can I like there are still people who live under the myth that we money was created to solve the problem of barter. What is it called? The dual coincidence of want. Which, by the way, again, a slight deviation. I watched the documentary, The Highest of All Stakes. Of course, I watched it on a pirate website because I have already paid for it
Because
through
you're a
Hex.
pirate.
I
You took a
yep.
lesson from RG3 and became a pirate and watched it on that.
Look, I well, like a pirate lifestyle or anarchy. I call it anarchy at the core. Like I have been reading into David Graeber and his work a lot. So I think he's he calls himself. I don't know if he calls himself or used to call himself a card carrying anarchist, but I would like to call myself that. So the first principle of anarchy is to act as if you are free. So that's what pirates do. So I don't give about laws regarding IP protection, etc. I do what I would like to do. Plus, by the way, I would have paid for the documentary if it was made available for me on YouTube or any other website, but it has been region blocked both in India as well as the Philippines. So I literally could not buy uh, the copy. And those I don't know how people stupid people are like they were saying, yeah, you could use a VPN. Yeah, VPN cannot bypass your credit card payment gateway. So I had no other choice, but I I, I liked it. I stole it. Pirate life. I don't. By the way, what
They sh-
kind of a
they should have made it so you could buy it with crypto. Otherwise, get fucked.
yeah, yeah. Look at that, like they could have posted it on their website itself, right? And buy it with crypto, maybe buy it with hex, which was you.
Yeah, and then have a digital download, but then it'd be pirated even sooner, probably. There wasn't a pirated version for a while.
Look, see, if it, my philosophy is, if it isn't worth pirating, then it's probably not even worth watching. So yeah, good thing it got pirated. Tintops is his VPN takes crypto. Yeah, BTC. Which VPN is that? I think it is Proton, or maybe I think the bad browser has a built-in VPN, but they still didn't start accepting crypto. Tintop, let me know. I rarely use a VPN. Like, yeah, I like to. As I like it, rarely there is anything like worth watching that is region locked. So I, but I think Opera browser has a built-in VPN which is free. So in case I need to use a VPN, I just use that. But and there is this kind of misconception that VPN protects your privacy. Well, breaking news, it doesn't. Most of the VPN like servers are, I think it's called, are located in countries which are a part of the Five Eyes. So basically, yeah, your data is going to be monitored irrespectively. It the only thing that uh, you can, VPN is helpful is to watch content which has been region locked. I bypass it by pirating. So, mm,
Arr.
uh, and look, man, like at least like oh, what I like to take a dig at RJ3 whenever possible, but what kind of pirate promotes uh, tax firm? Like on one hand you are saying you are a pirate, and on the other hand you are saying, yeah, please pay your taxes properly on crypto. Mm, like it's a different like,
And and start basically lobbying.
yeah, lobbying um, congressman, I guess, or man. John is rolling. John is rolling on the floor laughing. But the other thing, I remember Johnny pointed it out, and I like, hey, this is kind of receipt. Look, if you travel to Puerto Rico during the travel ban was happening, then you probably took the death jab because it was a requisite for traveling to Puerto Rico. So after that, you really don't have the kind of authority to be talking about being a pirate, or health in general. And by the way, I will come clean. I took the vaccine, but I took the Chinese vaccine, Sinovac, which is not the same. as the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine. And because it was a Chinese vaccine, like I doubt if there was any active ingredients in the vaccine itself. But hey, I so far I'm alive and doing great, so I'm okay. uh, but look, I don't go telling people not to take the death jab, or say go take the death jab either. So
The death.
that's just
It's up to you if you want to take the thing that kills you or not. It's perfectly your
look,
choice. If you want to
yeah,
go potentially kill yourself, go ahead.
look. But the thing here's the thing. Like, I think that this thing, calling it that death jab, has been over exaggerated. Like really, like when you do the real statistics, like the adverse reaction, especially the myocarditis and sudden death, they aren't that big an issue. Like a very minor, small minority of people are getting like what do you call adverse reactions to it. Of course, the media always hypes up or over exaggerates the negative part, and that is also, like I said, part of their propaganda, like keeping you scared. Because I think that, as aforementioned, the nocebo effect is far worse than anything else that you can do to your body. It's your, if Tintop is saying, if China wanted something in your body, it would already be in the rice. Look, so I don't, like, I at least I am here in the Philippines, so we do have a great amount of rice production. So I don't, yeah, Philippines does import a large amount of rice, but I less of it is from China, more of it is from India and Japan. So I don't think China would put. But the thing is, production of rice is kind of cheap, so adding something to it, it would be kind of counterproductive. But
Are you?
and there are
Are,
better ways or other things that would be easily uh, put
are you
into
saying
the.
placebo effect? Placebo?
No, I'm saying the opposite of uh, um, placebo. It called nocebo. It's like nausea plus placebo, nocebo. Uh, just Google it. So it's opposite. When you think something is going to be harmful to your body, it will be harmful for your body.
Oh, I've never heard it in the antonym version. I didn't know there. That makes sense. I just say it in the
Yeah,
negative.
yeah. And you never know about it. So what I was saying was, yeah, if they wanted to, there would be better ways than rice. Because I think, like, if you add something to rice, like you immediately feel the taste. Anyways, I've been going on for a long while. People have started dropping off the live stream. Maybe we should end it right now. End this now. We will continue our conversation in the Hex Guild channel. I think most of the people who are here are already subscribed to it or in the Hex Guild. Telegram group, but
What time are you planning on going live?
I don't know. Like I like to keep it at 2:30 a.m. Uh, Philippines time, which is 12 a.m. India time, which would be like 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Boston time. But like everybody, like this is the problem coordinating with an international audience. Like uh, I will set it up for 2:30 a.m. my time. If somebody wants it earlier or later, we will adjust it accordingly. Basically, I think it's Finbear who was not comfortable with the time. But let's see.
Yeah,
I,
it's a good
I,
time for me. Sometimes I just miss it if you go like earlier. I don't know. You need like just to give like
and
an hour notice somehow that you're going live. So it's I think you do, but it's harder to catch it in the Telegram.
yeah, and that Telegram is being flooded by kind of what I personally don't like. So I kind of like I hate reading like blog post in instant messengers messaging app like
Yeah,
why
people putting their every tweet that they post, they're just like coming in and leaving a link. Oh yeah, I tweeted about my dog today. Go check it.
right? So yeah, I like and there is yeah, even parlay like something else nowadays like that's what happened when the group becomes too large and uh, I like to run a very tight ship kind of thing, but again, the Davin or oh, he doesn't like being called that. The eco
Eco.
builder, eco builder doesn't.
That was a
He's
close one.
eco builder. He is all pro speech. Like, why can't you people get along? Why? Anyways, so I let it be. I try and ignore all those TLDR kind of posts. But yeah, you sometimes it drowns out all the good messages as well. So yeah, kind of like I'm going. Basically, I'm going to be streaming uh, tonight. I guess we will be going live in around 12-14 hours. I'm about to set up the live stream. Well, let's see. I hope Finber can join. I wanted to pull his leg a little bit regarding his carnivore diet. Oh, like again, like oh, it's the healthiest diet, but you know, he was the one who could not join the live stream because he was feeling sick.
Yeah.
You know,
Here's your sign.
so I think he will be listening right now, but anyways, like I said, I listen to both sides of the argument like through an independent perspective like and I'm like no I like being an omnivore I eat both meat as well as plants and by the way if you think that plants will kill you or rather you are having a reaction to plants which is likely to kill you then you are from a weak bloodline.
Yeah. If a plant can kill you,
Yeah,
you might just want to call it quits. The whole world's a little tougher than these.
like what tomatoes are going to kill you like no man like crazy, man. Hey, man, I've been on and on for a. Thanks for being here because otherwise I don't know uh, whether what I'm saying is like reaching to people. So having a guest here is always great. Thank you for co-hosting. Plus, having a co-host, like at least I get the confidence that if my side of the internet goes down, like the stream can be kept running till I join back. But luckily my internet has been better nowadays. So, thanks again. Thanks everyone who watched this. I hope you enjoyed it, or at least some part of the live stream put a smile on your face. I guess, is the one of the best medicine. Laughter is the best medicine. So, my final word for you would be just don't get phased out by all the FUD or be or FOMO into things because of the charts. Just keep us level held and DCA. That strategy never work. And if you are in Hex,
Stake it
just
and go.
with that, we will end the live stream. See you guys next week. Hopefully, I will be back at the proper time, which is Monday, 9 p.m. Asia time. Bye bye.
Richard